This video is going to show you how to use the chamfer tool. I'm going to show you two different ways and kind of try to further explain what I mentioned in the fillet video about the fact that the chamfer command can be used both in the sketch or as a feature. So for example, on this one, if I wanted to come in and simply make a 45-degree chamfer, let's say a 1/2 inch on this corner, I could do that in sketch mode. I could create that sketch, I could extrude it, and I could be done with that part. Or what I can do is just draw the rectangle as far as my sketch goes, extrude it, and then use the chamfer command in my 3D modeling ribbon opposed to in the sketch. The reason for that is, let's say that I found out later that this chamfer is wrong. Now I can just double click on my browser and come in here and make the correction that I need a little bit quicker, a little bit easier than if on my original sketch I would have to come in, open up this extrusion, double click on sketch 1, and almost completely redo that sketch to make the change, instead of just being able to real quickly choose on my browser and make the change. And yeah, for something like this, the real simple part, it doesn't look like that's a big deal, but as we start to get more complicated parts, it really actually becomes a pretty big deal. Now, while I got this video going, I'll just show you the other two options as far as a chamfer goes. This one was a 45-degree chamfer at a set distance. I have some other options as far as a distance at an angle or two separate distances. I'll show you the two separate distances first. But what that does is that allows me to say, okay, this orange arrow, I want it to be, I don't know, 2.5 inches long, whereas I want my other one to be, I don't know, 0.5. And that gives you some leeway, some flexibility in that chamfer. I can also do, like I said, a distance and an angle. I will tell you that one gets a little bit more complicated because you have to be able to choose the face as well as the edge that's getting the angle, or where the angle is being measured from, as well as that distance. So for example, if I say, I don't know, 1 inch, and the default is 45 degrees, but I actually need 22.5, you can see that edge is where that angle measurement is coming from. So maybe I need something extreme like 80, and it's probably not going to let me do that because it freaks out. But let's try, I don't know, 33. Right? So you do have some options there, and notice that in your browser it keeps track of all of those chamfers independently. So again, especially if I'm starting to do some more complicated chamfers, it makes sense to have those in your browser to where you can quickly make the change, opposed to having to go back to that original sketch and make a change there.